That is disgrace to boxing. That is unfair. Listen, to everybody watching this, you have to come up with a gimmick. You know, the gimmick was written a long time ago.
Here with Derek Chisora to preview Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury, which is going to be live on BT Sport box office on Sunday, the 26th of February. Derek, just want to jump in straight to the deep end. Who's got the most to gain and who's got the most to lose in this fight?
Gain is, I think it's all 50-50, because if Tommy beats Jake Paul, you know, he should have beaten him anyway, whatever. If Tommy loses to Jake Paul, I can't believe he lost to him. If Jake Paul wins, oh wow. If Jake Paul loses, you'd be like, yeah, you box a professional fighter, so you're okay. So it's in our club who, this is what's exciting about it, you know, to sit there and watch it, you know. But whoever wins, good luck to them, and whoever loses, oh, so bad for you.
I'll let your coffee be brought in, that's fine. I wanted to ask you, Tommy has a more traditional boxing pedigree. Does that make him the favourite for this fight?
Yeah, how many fights has Tommy had? Anyone know?
About 5 or 6. It's a similar level, a similar number to the number of fights that Jake has had.
Yeah, you know, I want Tommy to win, you know, because he's a British boy, you know, so I hope he wins.
But does the fact he's fought more, I guess the opponents of Jake Paul has fought are an NBA player, a wrestler, an MMA fighter. Tommy's fought pretty poor opponents.
Okay, tell me, what was Tommy's first fight? What's his name?
I mean, I couldn't tell you.
Exactly.
Yeah. And he's fought like
Listen.
Yeah.
They're all box taxi drivers. They box at NBA. It was all bad. They all boxed bad first fights they had. You know, when you're coming up as an amateur, they give you taxi drivers. They give you guys who don't even go to the gym. Just phone them up, do you want to fight? Yeah, I'll come in, fight. You know, make way, fight, get knocked out, take his money and go home. But now both fighters are both fighting guys who want to fight. They're both young. They're both going to be feeling the pain. So why not? So I still go with Tommy. You know, I want Tommy to win. You know, but now we'll see.
In the first press conference out in Saudi, Tommy didn't turn up, and you ended up facing off against Jake. I was going to ask you, I know you're a lot bigger than Jake, but are you in some sort of like standby agreement if Tommy doesn't turn up to step in to fight Jake?
No, Tommy's in Saudi right now. He's ready to fight. I only did that for entertainment, you know. We couldn't let him do that by himself. I was just there, just covering the holes Tommy left. And you know, the reason why Tommy didn't want to come, he said he was training. He didn't want to disrupt his sparring and all this stuff. So he didn't want to be on the flight. You know, I get it. You know, he's nervous. It's a nervous time to get beaten up by a YouTuber, by a guy who used to play computers and sand. So.
If Tommy loses, what next for him?
Nothing. Come back and fight another YouTuber. What the problem is? He can fight JJ.
I guess Tommy had aspirations of being a professional boxer, following on from his brother. Are those aspirations dead in the water then if he loses to Jake?
Anybody can be a professional fighter. It depends on what time, on what stage you want to come into this professional. There's A, B, C, D, E, F, and that's it.
Do you think, I mean, the WBC have said they're going to give a cruiserweight ranking to either, you know, the winner of this fight. I mean, do you think they deserve one?
I don't think so. I don't know why. It's hard enough for real athletes, for real boxers to gain those rankings, and then suddenly this Oleksandr Usyk decides to give double ranking because he's getting some greens in his back pocket. No, that is disgrace to boxing. That is unfair.
Do you understand? I'm guessing amongst hardened professional boxers who fought all their life, these YouTubers or the likes of Tommy Fury, novices coming in and getting a primetime slot on BT Sport box office might it might make professional boxers uncomfortable. But do you think there's a point to be made that Tommy and Jake are excellent and deserve it because they're good at promoting themselves? They both know what to sell themselves.
They sell to the different market, yeah, and the market they sell to is a young market, young kids, and it's an amazing market. You know, it's a great market, so this is what they do.
Do you think more boxers could actually learn from them in how to sell yourselves and make yourself a product?
More fighters need to take a pinch of salt of these YouTubers and just get it right.
So if I had to push you for prediction on this fight, who do you think is going to come out on top?
Entertainment.
That's the winner, not?
Yeah, that's the winner. Yeah. Entertainment. Winner or lose, don't matter. People are going to sit there and watch it and get it.
Could you see either Jake or Tommy be in the position where they win national, European or world titles at some point?
Nah, that's too much asking from those boys. There's some killers in that game, bro. You can't ask for too much like that.
Have you seen anything in the way Jake's fought the likes of Anderson Silva, Tyron Woodley, to suggest he could have a prolonged career in boxing?
Yeah, he could. He could, if he wants to. Yeah.
Just the entertainment value, I guess.
Entertainment. Listen, to everybody watching this, you have to come up with a gimmick. You know, the gimmick was written a long time ago, you know, in the wrestling. You know, wrestling, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Braveheart, Hard Kid, you know, that's all gimmicks. And people enjoy watching those gimmicks, you know, Hulk Hogan, you know. In boxing, we have to come up with those gimmicks, you know, like, you know, let people love you for who you are, you know, for entertainment. And people don't get it yet. People think boxing, I'm a boxer, I shouldn't be in gimmicks and things. No. You have to.
Elsewhere, Derek, we still haven't had official confirmation of Fury versus Usyk. That's a fight that might end up on BT Sport box office as well.
It's a fight's going to end up in Wembley on BT sooner or later.
Where do you think Fury's head is at, and why have we still not, in your opinion, had confirmation of that fight?
Don't know, ask George Warren.
Do you think we'll see that fight this year?
Ask George Warren.
Another fight people are discussing again, it almost happened, well, I don't know if it almost happened, but Fury versus AJ last year was talked about. I know you discussed AJ at length when Fury brought him up in the pre-fight presses that you had with him. Do you think Fury versus AJ is a likelihood?
AJ right now is on a trail to redeem himself, to go back to the top. You know, he's lost 2 fights back to back, so he's got a new trainer. He's gone to America. He's training. He's got his first fight, you know, in like 5 weeks. And then after that, he's gonna have a warm-up fight, and then after that, by the end of the year, we'll have a big fight.
What did you make of AJ saying that his motivation for coming back to fight Jermaine Franklin was money? Because it seemed to make Eddie Hearn look a little bit uncomfortable. I think he was expecting him to say, you know, it's all about legacy and reclaiming the world title.
Fuck legacy. Fuck legacy. It's about money. We do this everything for money. It's about money. Eddie Hearn by him doing his face like that. It's about money. You know, it's not about anything else. It boils down to one thing, that money. You don't go out of your house to work, you don't get paid. It's about money. You know, it's about money. Even the richest man in the world right now, he still wants more. He don't need legacy of being the richest man in the world. He wants more because it's about money. So until you get it right, it's about money. What does Eddie still promote for? He's not promoting for legacy and be the best promoter in the world. No, he's promoting because he wants money. We all in it for the money. We go to school to tell you work hard, get a good job, make money. That is it. You know, but say that anymore, you have to tune in on BT to watch this fight. Box office. It's going to be unbelievable.
And one final one from me, Derek. In terms of your next move, your next fight, what have you got in the pipeline?
My next fight will be announced on BT Box Office. Watch out soon. We'll be announcing it soon.